And I'm here with Kyron Silva. And we want to thank you for joining the Four Tales podcast.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.
We're about to talk some comics and get a little bit controversial. Everything from indie books to movie to level commercial. With no rehearsals when we converse to coerce you. And then we do the quick takes and try to get to the person. So join us and get your comic book a few more sales once a week wherever you pod. It's Four Tales. Once a week wherever you pod. It's Four Tales.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Taurus Comics in collaboration with Fourth Wall Productions respectfully brings to you the 182nd episode of the Four Tales podcast. I'm your host, Kyron Silva from Taurus Comics. Across the way is the Cobalt designer of Hotshot, the most epic one, the leader of Freestyle Comics, the one, the only Mike Watson. And together we are your blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live via Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and I think Instagram. I think I set that up right. So if you're listening or watching us live, thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review this podcast. Call your positive reviews and interactions help us reach a bigger audience.
Damn.
Mike Watson.
That was a clean introduction, Kyron. I mean, beautifully done.
Thank you. This is what, week 3 out of the last 4 weeks we've seen you on the show. Am I all right? We saw you last week. We missed the week before that, and then we saw you again. So I had to do something special for you. So,
definitely appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, but I love the Four Tales podcast, so it's awesome being on here.
Thank you. We love having you on. We're glad to have you on as usual. We, all fairness, and we are always transparent with all our audience. We are waiting on our guest right now. We've reached out to him a couple of times. I called him via Facebook, and we're just waiting. So we're gonna talk to Mike, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk to Mike, though. I'm sure most likely it's going to be about Freestyle Comics, and see if our guest comes up, and if not, Mike is always available to talk to. So, how's your week, Mike?
I love the week has been good. A lot of things going on. Tony Clapper came to Columbus today. He worked the career day with me at the Columbus College of Art Design. We're looking for new interns for the summer for Freestyle Comics and 5-Star Comic Con. So Tony came up, we shared the table, and got to talk to the young, new aspiring creatives at the CCAD.
Okay. All right. So where was this held at, exactly? So I'm not from Columbus. I don't know, the area, but, where was this at a school? What?
Yes, it was on their campus. It was in one of the Lone Crane building, which is an awesome building at CCAD, on the 3rd floor, right, amongst all of the other things they have, other buildings and things they have on campus. Tony drove down there from Middletown, and we got here at 9. We got things set up, and we did it 10 to 2, and we had our current intern Brooke, who's interning with Freestyle Comics with us at setup.
Okay. Now I'm showing a picture right now of the screen of you and Brooke and Tony at CCAD with your amazing setup. I mean, the banners are just spectacular, by the way, as always. So for anyone that's maybe,
we pride ourselves on the banner work and trying to have an exquisite setup all the time.
Okay. So these interns, what do they do for Freestyle Comics? What are their tasks and their roles here?
All right. Well, Brooke is our only one right now for this semester. Next semester we already have a couple signed up, but Brooke is working on issue 5 of The Wolf. She's actually doing the pencils, so she's penciling 8 pages for us for that. She has to manage and watch her time because she has until the first week of May to be completed. So she also does our social media posting. We have a bunch of templates and stuff that we get posted on a regular. She sets up that schedule, or she follows that schedule. and we will ask her every now and again to make a promo for us and tell us how she would like to promote things from her eye, from her perspective, using FSK branding. She just did our Valentine's Day set with Hot Shot on it, holding the speaker like the classic 80s movies, which she absolutely killed. And then she did some color trials for us on one of our new characters, one of our new villains, Mochizuki, doing some color concept work on that. And just kind of whatever I have going on. Like, she helped me out with some of the Kickstarter pages, team, and that's what she's been doing, keeping her busy.
Okay. Now, this is not your first year having interns. Actually, as long as I've known you, I think you've had interns. When did you come up with this idea of bringing interns to teach them how to make comics and be professional?
That's a funny story because it was several years ago. I was at what was called the Space Comic Convention. It's one of the oldest running independent comic shows, longest running ones in Ohio. And we were there. I had a table set up, and I was going to do some guest speaking. And I was walking around, and I noticed there was a table being managed by the students of the Columbus College of Art and Design. So I walked past that table, and I looked at what they had, and nobody said anything to me. So I left and came back down the aisle. Nobody said anything. Took a couple laps around, came back. No one said anything. Went back to my table, slung some books, came back. Nobody said anything. Left, came back. I picked up a book. Nobody said anything. Finally came back. Looked at it, picked up a book, slid it in front of them. There was 3 people at the table. I said, "Who drew this?" They were like, "Oh, I did." Take note, they were all with their heads down drawing. And I was like, "Hey, not to tell y'all how to do anything, but I'm an alumni. I'm a graduate of the school. I make my own comic down there. They got me up here guest speaking about promotions, how to promote at a comic convention." I walked past this table 9 times, and y'all did not say shit to me. Nothing. Y'all didn't try to pitch to me. Y'all didn't try to sell to me. You didn't try to conversate. You didn't try to walk me down. You did nothing. And they were like, "What? Are you serious?" Yes, I was at the table 9 times standing in front of it. So, this is a great show to be at. This is a great show to get your legs, wet and learn how to do something at a comic convention. But I highly recommend, I'm about to do a panel in 45 minutes. I highly recommend that y'all come to that panel and just listen to some of the stuff that I do. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I just got some experience in this. Neither of them showed up to the panel. And that's when I reached out to CCAD to find out how to do an internship. If I had the ability to do an internship, because I was just flabbergasted that no one talked to me at a comic convention trying to sell me a book or anything. It was crazy. So that's how it started, and I've been doing it well over 10 years with CCAD and the Art Academy of Cincinnati.
That's. I'm sorry. Just the idea that you're at a convention. You're trying to show people your work, and you're not even going to stop them and talk to them. That's wow. I don't know how to say his name. XIR_IIR. How are we doing? We're doing great. I'm here with Mike Watson from Freestyle Comics. We're talking about how not to sell your books at conventions, apparently, because Mike said that he talked to some people at a convention, walked by their booth multiple times, and none of them even wanted to communicate with them. I bet they were racist. That's what it was. I bet you that's what it was.
Well, I gotta give them some credit. They're college students, so they were working on assignments from school and things like that. But you gotta have those eyes on the pivot, man. You gotta be able to see coming and stuff, even while you're drawing.
Have you had any contact with those original groups since then? Like, have you maybe saw them on campus around Ohio somewhere at all?
Actually, I have not.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool though. If I don't know, 10 years later, you come up and they're like, "Mike, I saw you and you changed our thinking, and I've now launched my own comic company. It's all because of you." You know, that would be a dope story.
It would. And I've got to do better at collecting that type of information.
Yeah. J-Man's in the building. Say what's up, Mike. What's going on?
J-Man, what's up?
Officially says that's what it always is. You gotta look up from the sketchbook. You know, it's funny because I used to have that same issue, especially when I first started, because at least as artists, I feel like we use it as a crutch a bit. Like we want to just not make eye contact. I can't talk right now. We don't want to make eye contact with people, so we'll just sit down in our sketchbook because a lot of us aren't sociable people sometimes. A lot of us aren't used to interacting with others. That's me.
Oh, okay. We're known to have a fire detector go off as well because it's really sensitive. So yeah.
Yeah. So, but going back to what I was saying, you know, as artists, a lot of times we're just not very sociable people. So we're used to just using our sketchbook to just, you know, draw and honestly just use it as an avoidance. So I'm glad you're out there being a advocate, trying to teach the younger groups. Brad Arney, what's going on? Nice to see you. Again, if you guys are just joining in, Mike is supposed to be my co-host because I didn't mention this. Danny's not here because Danny's at a convention. So good luck to Danny. I don't even know the name of the convention he's at, somewhere in North Carolina, but good luck to him and Morgan and everybody at Fourth Wall Productions. I should know the name of the company I'm supposed to be editor of, right? I really should know that.
It's all right. It doesn't matter if you show up.
Whenever they need me, whatever it is, I am there. Brad says you need a spotter. Yes, as creators, sometimes you do need a spotter to actually just be your voice and to stop you and nudge you like, hey, that person's looking at your booth, you know, just to get you out of that tunnel vision of what you're doing sometimes.
A spotter would help. That would be nice to have. When we're at shows, like when I got a full team at a show, me and Tony will work, or it'll be me and Fee at the corners. That way we can opposite direction of ours. And like Fee or Tony will know to come to somebody else if they see me engage with somebody. And then like we have like Tess and Coda and Adam in the back of the table to work the table, to like close out the sale, to get their books taken care of, and to grab other people that, you know, maybe scrambling around or whatnot. I try to, everybody that I have, like when I have a full team out, they are targeted for specific types of customers that, you know, they gel with and bring over to the table.
Okay. All right. Tell me you got a plan for every situation. You're like, you got your own little Ocean's 11 group out there is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Mr. Fish says Danny is in Raleigh, North Carolina, and that Fish uses his son as a spotter for him. Okay. Relative. Wow, that's a long. Okay, never mind. I thought that was a convention. Never mind. You also dropped something today, which is very relevant to me as a writer, and I'm gonna share this too. Let me bring that up. But you dropped the new suit for Hot Shot.
Yes.
It's a whole promo talk about the new suit, the new villain, same epicness, which we all know if it's coming from you, it's gonna be epic. But you guys check out the suit. I mean, we got a whole turnaround character sheet going on, and we're talking about everything starts with issue 14. Looks like it's written by Travis Gibb with artwork by Brian Wolf. I'm assuming this is the first part of the Gauntlet, right?
Yes, first part of the Gauntlet. Travis Gibbs issue 14 is the very first part of the Gauntlet. It's a one-shot. 14 is a one-shot. 15 is a two-part crossover with Fourth Wall. So part 1 in Hot Shot and then part 2 in Ace Blade. 16 is a one-shot. 17 is a one-shot. 18 is a one-shot. 19 is as well. And we just had one of the books get changed. Tony Clapper's 19 is turned into a two-part story. It starts in 5-star, concludes in Hot Shot 19. 20 is a one-shot. Kyron's issue 21 is a one shot, and Brian J. Lambert's writing a two-parter for 22 and 23, which I will say that is 21 and 20, 22 and 23 is going to wrap up, complete finally the Carla and Mike drama.
Okay. For anybody watching the stream, I did share something. I didn't know if I was supposed to share that or not. Mike had just sent that in the chat, and I was like, "Oh, does he want me to share that?" And I started sharing that.
Share. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. All right. So it is a rundown of what Mike just said, but there was information on there about the Zero event and whatnot. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't giving information. But I mean, the names on here that you have, like you mentioned, you got Tony Clapper, you got myself, you got Travis Gibb, you got Danny Quick doing the crossover with him and Ace Wade, but you also got Lloyd Stanley, Morgan Iverson, Carla Medrano, which I think she wants to be called Moon.
Okay.
I think you got to check on she actually wants to use her writing name. Brian Lambert, Ted is on there. I mean, this is a who's who of indie comic writers. How did this all come about where you got these, what is this, 8-9 writers together to work on this?
Is what I think is another amazing story.
Sorry. Fish said, "Dang, that's a long time to put up with Carla." Right? 21 issues of her?
Oh, that's awesome.
23 issues of dealing with Carla or something, man.
I knew that was going to be it. Hold on. So that's a real funny story because this is all an accident, and this happened and started like 3 years ago. Travis Gibb and I talk every now and again. On regular, and we always, when we talk, we always kind of like check in with what each other's doing. We're like, "Oh, so what you got coming out? What do you have dropping? What are you working on?" And we always chop that up. And Travis was asking me like what we had coming out this year. I want to say it was the year that we were voted Publisher of the Year. And
the Foretales podcast has no what's the word here? Sway when it comes to votes for the Beam Awards. So yeah.
They don't. But,
this is not like the Electoral College in any way.
So I was like, we have this book coming out. We got this book on the Kickstarter. We got this one on the Kickstarter. And he was like, "Oh wow, all right. So y'all are doing a lot of stuff this year." But I didn't hear like another issue of Hot Shot. I know you just had one coming out, but you don't have another one coming out. And I was like, no, because what I want to make sure that we spread the wealth on the Kickstarter to everybody. And Kickstarter take a while to build. So I want to make sure that everyone gets a chance on the Kickstarter. And
okay.
Like, "Oh, that's great. That's exactly what a publisher should be doing. You should be matching that." But what I don't want you to forget is that there are people that like Hot Shot. And getting more than one issue a year will probably be very helpful to you moving things forward. We were working. Travis and I was working on a project together. I want to say it was awesome that we were working on together. And we were checking in with each other again. And in the message, he sent me a message, and it was the script for Hot Shot 14. He was like, "Yeah, I just decided I'm going to write you a script for Hot Shot, a one shot, and I made a new villain because he's got to do more than fight Void for 7 issues." Hot Shot.
Thank you.
Rogue Gallery.
No, hey, they always say the villains are more important than the actual hero. So thank you, Travis. Okay.
So I've had that script and working on that character, which is Gravel for issue 14, but it's been sitting there because I think we were like on issue 10 or something currently at that time, and things happen. I was putting out other books and this secondary person, Mason, who was a longtime friend of ours, had said, because this is when we were celebrating our 20 years in comics, and Mason was like, "Hey, didn't you guys tell me that you have this plan for Hot Shot to be 100 issues? And I'm not knocking you, but it's taking 20 years to get out 10 issues." And me and Danny Cooper were laughing like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
In our head, we're like, "Fucking Mason." But Mason was speaking truth. He was
Nah, man.
speaking truth. Like, what are we going to be? 85 by the time we get to issue 50 or whatnot?
Yeah.
And so me and Danny were looking at that, Danny Cooper, trying to figure out, like, well, how do we make this story work till we get out more issues? Because we want to tell these other stories too. And I was looking at what we had with Hotshot and the fact that issue 24 is already written. The 24th
Okay.
is already written. We had Robert Jeffrey write that for us. So that's like my carrot on the stick. That's the issue I need to get to. And I was like, fuck, how am I going to get to this issue, man? It takes me a while to write and I'm drawing at the same time. Then I was looking at issue 14 and I've been watching a bunch of My Hero Academia. I've been watching a bunch of anime. And I was like, that conversation with Travis kept popping in my head. I'm like, what if I gave Hotshot a bunch of new rogues to fight, one for each issue, and then see if I can get somebody else to write it so they can put their voice or put a different voice on each villain so they do feel truly unique. And then I was like, I started designing villains. And so I designed 9 villains. And I was like, well, who do I feel like will write these stories the best? Who do I feel like matches with them? And I just started messaging people. I was like, "Hey, you wanna write an issue?"
Bro, I remember when you sent me the message, I thought you were like lying. I was like, why is Mike being an ass about this? Why are you joking with me? What? But then you're like, no, I'm serious. I want you to. I got this idea for the villain. I want you to just do whatever. And then you gave me the design. I was all like, okay, I remember. Not to let out too much, but like I remember this villain before.
Oh no, you can let it out. I don't care. It's perfectly fine to talk about.
All right, so for the issue that I'm writing, Mike is reintroducing a character, and this character's already been. I'm not going to give out too much details. I still want people to read it. This character's been in Hotshot in the past, but he had a very brief showing. But Mike went ahead and redesigned the character, and I was like, well, I need to figure out how he got from A to B. Because that's the most biggest things. Like, why does he get this redesign, this epic redesign? Why is he so badass now compared to that first time where he was just a throwaway character? I needed to amp my game up. So when you showed me, then you're like, hey, this is what we're doing. I was like, oh, I really got to bring it on this. I can't not let anybody down. And then when I saw the we talk about the rogues, the rogue writers that you have, and I was like, dang. He got Travis. He got Brian Lambert. He got Danny. Oh, I got to really step this up. I can't be the weak link in this chain here. I can't be the weak link in the gauntlet. So I was like, but I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of this because it was a great experience. It's been fun. And it was just cool just to play in somebody else's universe more than anything. Fish says you've been putting out a ton of books along the way, which is very true. You're not busy. Like, you're always busy. Mally in the chat says you need to win the state lottery.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we can all say we need to win the lottery.
That would really help. Like, seriously. I'm not gonna say that we're rich, but all of a sudden when books start dropping month to month and there's no Kickstarter, you will know. It was like the Freestyle Conference just dropped 7 books in a month.
Look, I'm not saying I won't tell anybody why I win the lottery, but there will be signs. Like when you guys start watching the Foretales podcast and it's an 8K, there'll be signs. There will be signs. But no, I mean, obviously as comic creators, the biggest issue that we have is funding more than anything. I think a lot of us have the creativity and we have the means to get our ideas out of our head, either by hiring somebody or doing it ourselves. But it's always going to come down to how much money are we bringing in, to get that. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that all of us as indie creators, even bigger companies, struggle with that a lot. So
yeah.
But you're still kicking it either way. Like, you're still killing it every day, every month. You're doing something. So I mean, I can't fault Travis for saying we need more Hotshot, but it's not like you're not doing anything. So, good to you for keeping it up. Hell, I need Mike to win the lottery.
Fish.
Bro, fish. Look, Look, wait. Fish. Mike ain't the only person that if they won the lottery, your name would be one of the first people on the list we contact with for a monthly book. Okay.
Right. Fish, I just like if I hit you up and I say, "Hey, Fish, I want you to start drawing. I got the script already. I want you to start drawing Heroes International, and we're gonna need it on a bi-monthly release. Don't ask no questions because you know what the fuck it is.
Bro,
just turn around, smile to your wife, and say,
"We good."
Hey, he did it.
Like, Fish, I got a couple series right now that if I had the money, you'd be the first person I contact and be like, all right, you're going to be my penciler. And then Mike would be second. And then Dino, who's the artist for Saw 4 and 5, I'm pretty sure we all have lists of like, if we won the jackpot, this is what's happening.
It's like, people that I want to work with, you want to respect how much they are asking to be paid for and stuff like that. But like,
yeah.
And they like, if I just say, hey, you're lit, you're green lit to go. Don't ask no questions, just go.
It's like Batman, his contingency plan for everybody in Justice League. This is my contingency plan. If I win the lottery, you are it. Like, what? Dang. Mike ain't sharing, but see, that's different. Mike's not sharing it. He's hiring. It's not sharing. He's hiring. That's all it is.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, the bullpen that would be at FSK would be. Look, maybe everybody on the internet, on our social circles, be like, "Where's fourth wall been, y'all? Come on with nothing. 6 months. Have you seen the cats over at Concrete? They was on it so hard. Where did they go? Hey, I just did a picture of me looking like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Just turn around. Oh, you'd be hitting your Nick Fury on them. Like, there was an idea.
Oh my God! If I just showed up in like Brian J. Lambert's house in the middle of the night, I'm doing it again. How crazy would that be? I just start showing up at creators' houses. Like I just at Mike Lance's door while he's out to dinner, and I'm
seriously
on the porch.
Yep.
Hey,
like, what you doing?
What are you doing here, Mike? Let's just say I can afford this. let's up the schedule on that book.
I mean, I think as creators, we're all like that. Like, we have our short list of if we hit it big, and it doesn't have to be we win the lottery. Maybe like our Kickstarter just blows up, and we're like, I'm ready to get to that next level. I think we all got that list of, hey, this is who I'm going to be hiring and contacting right away.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Fish said, if I win the lottery, a monthly Saw book is high on my list. Bro, look, if you want to draw Saw full time, go ahead. I'll let you do it.
Who's going to say no to that? I was doing my show this week, and the guest I had on there was like, "Damn, dude, you are so fast." I was like, "Man, you think I'm fast? I have somebody that will destroy my ass in the speed of drawing comics, and his name is Fish Lee. His pencil out here." Like,
Mike will be done. Change his name and living in a small town in Indianapolis. Yep.
Hey, but yeah,
you wouldn't leave Ohio though, would you? Like, if you came out with a bunch of money, would you leave Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not going very far though. I just want to find the sweet spot where there's no snow and no earthquakes and hurricanes. So I'm not going too far.
Okay, well, you're not coming to California then, because we got all that. So we don't have hurricanes. But we got the snow, and we got
though.
We got what?
Y'all got the possibility of typhoons.
Very rarely. It's not like it's not like a Hawaii type thing. It's once every few years. Earthquakes, we got that. I've lived through at least 5 earthquakes between major and minor ones, and then snow. Different parts of California, we got snow. So.
Oh, okay, different parts.
Yeah, different parts. So, all right, I don't know where you're gonna go. Dude, wow, we went off on a huge tangent all because of Mally. So thanks for that, Mally. Um, one thing I was gonna ask about this with this change is the new suit.
Yeah.
What sparked this change for a suit?
Oh my goodness.
And is that explained in the book that Hotshot has a new suit?
Yeah, so there's a couple of reasons for the new suit. Well, we wanted to do a story about police violence that we never got to do.
Okay.
And one of the questions that was asked is how would Hotshot or how would the police react to Hotshot if they knew he was black? And for the most part, it's safe to assume that they don't know Hotshot's black under the costume. Maybe they would assume that he's white. And what if they were acting out and, beating the shit out of people in front of Hotshot? How would that change?
But when they but I've seen Hotshot get his butt kicked against Void, and his suit was all tore up. So did they not notice he was black underneath it?
Some of them may have, and some of them may remember.
Okay.
But then I think we have to factor in it's a big ass superhero fight. There's explosions and stuff like that. Some of that shit gets lost in translation. And I wouldn't say that would be the case, but we have literally seen people on planet Earth do that. So I'm not going to say that it's not possible in the comic realm. But one of our answers to that is that Hotshot would want to adjust his costume so they would know that he is a black person underneath him. Would you act the same knowing that this hero with this power, this much power, would you still act that way if you knew who I was? Then the secondary thing is Hotshot has been messing up a lot. He's been failing in his hero work. He's lost a lot of lives, and he is part of that penalty is that he's being moved to Heroes International, where they can support and watch him more in his hero work, so he's not so much solo. And the end story reason is because he gets over there with their PR network, because Heroes International has a new PR team and stuff like that. They just got their funding, and we can see that funding came from the source book issues or whatnot. They redesigned his costume to give him a brighter image, so people can see his face, things like that. The third reason is because you don't see indie characters get new costumes, and we're at a point right now where we have 14 issues of the book, so let's do a costume change, because I don't really ever see that happening, because I want people to understand it is very, very, very hard to come out with these books. So being able to have a book that has some longevity to it and you can actually play with a costume, I thought that would just be super fun to have on there.
Okay. All right. We got some questions. Danny Quick says it's Saw and Hotshot. Yes. Danny Quick wants to know, where is the guest? We have no idea. I tried messaging dude. I tried calling him. We don't know where he is. So Mike has turned into my guest. Yes, this is our third time. Mally said, will Hotshot be part of the team? Mike just answered. He said, Hotshot will be part of Heroes International. So, nice. I think Mr. Fish says not all of them would know. I'm assuming he's talking about not all of them would know that Hotshot was black. Okay. So, I do find it ironic that you decide to debut all this during Black History Month. I just want to point that out.
I did not. You know what? That didn't even occur to me.
Whatever.
No, it really didn't.
It was DC, didn't it? DC's idea.
We did the Kickstarter. We funded, and I was like, all right, it's time to immediately show people we're ready with the next book. Start promoting.
Okay. All right. Yes, Danny. Hotshot is black. Can't do with you. Then all right. So the past Kickstarter, you already got that funded.
Yeah.
That's I think when we talked last week, you said you actually already have those in your hand, and
yes,
and you're getting ready to ship those out.
Yeah, the books are upstairs in our garage. So right now, I'm just waiting for Kickstarter to send the funds to our account. Once they send the funds to our account, I should have the bookmarks together. I got to order some more Geminis or whatnot, but the books are immediately being shipped off. As I told you offline, whether your payment went through or not on the Kickstarter, everybody got the digital rewards. The book is finished. Everyone got the digital rewards. So that should be able to hold you guys over until we ship. But we're immediately rolling out into the next issue. We're as soon as we get the funds into an account, we are shipping Hot Shot 13 immediately. And then as you can see, we already got the pre-launch page up for issue 14, which is Travis Gibb wrote that issue and Brian Wolf drew that issue. Because I am currently drawing Hot Shot 15 right now, inking and drawing it, and I'm also drawing Ace Blade 11. We have Dan Barlow as a new artist on Hot Shot. He is just completed the layouts for Hot Shot 16, and he's doing the pencils for Hot Shot 16 right now.
Okay. All right. And I have the link in the chat for the pre-launch for Hot Shot. Like Mike mentioned it, this is done by Travis Gibb as the writer. We are introducing a new character called Gravel, which you can see here on the screen if you're watching. We're going to end the show soon, but one thing we do want to show, if you guys are noticing, this at the bottom says the first appearance of Gravel. And that's because Mike is doing something cool with this, that with every issue of the Gauntlet, it's the first issue of the villain side of things, right? But we're also doing a villain and a hero cover, right? Is that right?
Yep. You are correct.
So we're going to get the villain cover like this. We're just going to say first issue, first appearance, whatever. But you're also going to have the hero side of things too. So that's going to be something cool. Amazing artwork as usual. I mean,
thank you.
You always do great work. Is there anything about issue 14 that you can give us about Gravel that maybe doesn't, I don't know, give out too much?
Well, this is a story about an immigrant that was done wrong, and it is a story that is pretty current with today's times. It's things that are happening in the U.S. Travis has written an excellent story featuring this character who gets done wrong. He's an immigrant here, and he's trying to do for his family. It's kind of one of those classic old school villain origin stories where they fall into the beta rays and then they transform, and they seek justice. I love it so much because the villain is the feature in this story. So it's a very reminiscent of like a Saturday morning cartoon episode. You get to see how the villain's made. The villain then attacks, and the hero has to deal with it, and it gets compounded into a 30-minute, episode on Saturday.
Yep. And then if you guys go to the Kickstarter launch page, you'll also see. I mean, this looks like it's all the villains that Hot Shot's going to be facing.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, you guys can see a preview of what's coming up for issues 16, 17, 18, all the way through 23 here on the page. Mally said you got his digital reward, so thank you for that, Mike. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, Mally. Very much so.
So yeah, this is, I mean, I can't wait for it. I also can't wait for you guys to check out my issue. I mean, I could be a little biased. I'm just going to say it, I can't wait.
It's very good. I'm looking for I'm excited right now because I'm trying to I just got finished with the branding for promoting this whole thing. So now I'm about to I got to start making the branding for y'all. And I started doing all the villain covers, but I'm only on let me see. I am on, I think Ted Sakura is the one I left off at. Yeah, so I'm on Ted Sakura's. I don't have Tony's yet because we're doing an adjustment on that. But yeah, so I got all the rest of them laid out and done. So I need to go. Yours is next. I was stuck on Ted's because I couldn't figure out the color we wanted the character, which is what our intern helped me out with. But then yours is next after that, Kyron. And then I'm doing Brian J. Lambert's cover. So all that stuff is going to be part of the grade for the promo.
Bro, I'm sorry. I just found out I could zoom in on this thing and on the actual screen share I'm doing.
Oh, shoot, nice.
I didn't know Restream allowed you to do this. This is all Restream. I'm doing this all through Restream right now, just the whole scrolling and everything.
My Restream looks nothing like yours.
Okay.
And I can't find the settings to make it look like yours. I like how yours looks.
We'll get together one day. We'll work things out. All right. I mean, that's the time. This is we didn't even get to do quick takes or nothing today, man. I feel
the quick takes were designed for a guest. So,
I know, I know, but they were good quick takes too. I know I felt bad that we can't even get to them.
Hey, you know what?
What?
You can save them for next week, so Danny doesn't even have to give them to you. You already got them done.
That's true. And if you guys are listening, we're going to need a guest for next week. Originally, we were going to do a free play Friday. Mike, you cannot be our guest again because that's just. I love you, dude, but that's just too much at this point. But we're working on something right now. I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. We're trying to work on something where we can do a live stream at 5 Star Comic Con. But there's some behind the scenes stuff, and we're trying to get logistics to work out to where it's a special episode for us. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll see if Danny wants to use these. I mean, like you said, they are very specific to this particular person. So, but if you maybe want to be a part of next week's episode on Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, please reach out to myself or Danny Quick. I don't know if he's going to be here. And see if you want to be on. We would love to have you.
You should knock at Travis's door. He's got a bunch of writers and artists from Summit Comics. They just had a massively successful Kickstarter, so they got some talented individuals. I've interviewed like 3 of them on my show. Nice characters, good stories and whatnot, and completely new.
Okay, I mean, if you guys can tag Travis in here and let him know to maybe reach out to us, that'd be great. If not, there are enough people out there running Kickstarters or something. Fish, you're always welcome. Do you know that? You're always welcome. But yeah, that's gonna be their show. I don't know how to end this because normally we do quick takes and then we do the ending. It's just throwing me off so much. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Mike, where can people follow you and keep up with your work?
Well, everybody can follow me at Most Epic Art. It's Most Epic Art on all social media platforms. Our regular FSK website is fsknow.com. But our Kickstarters, which are going to be happening all year, as we have multiple books we're releasing, is fskgo.com is where you can find all of our good stuff.
All right. And Mally, please don't sell any of your kidneys to fund your books. We don't want that. Fish, I will. If I can't find anybody, I'll definitely reach out to you, dude. If this is the first time you've checked out, well, wait, see, I threw myself off. If you want to check me out, you can go to torrescomics.com. I am at all social media platforms at Torres Comics. And this is the first time you've ever checked out our Four Tales podcast. You can go to fourtalespodcast.com. You can listen to past episodes. You can buy merchandise, of course, that way. But definitely join us next week. I don't know who we're going to have, but we will have somebody. But until then, everybody, until then, everybody, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourself.
Music provided by my brother, Quix Made It. Find him online in YouTube, Instagram, and SoundCloud.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.